YouTubers. Today I'm going to go ahead and talk about Man of Steel, Superman. Now, I don't know a single person who doesn't know Superman. I mean, he's one of the greatest heroes ever, and definitely the hero that can never be beat. Because let's just face it, Superman is as strong as Superman needs to be at any point in any time. He could spend days and hours in the sun and his strength would grow and grow and grow and become invincible. He would become a god. And not to mention, Superman has spun off into many different shows. Lois and Clark, Smallville, and then we got the movie Superman Returns. So Man of Steel this time focuses, I would say, the start of Superman and about the battle against the Zod. Now, I gotta say, it's a pretty good movie. Seeing Krypton right before it's destroyed and then its destruction was a really good way to start out the movie. I really enjoyed it. I like seeing all the creatures and all the techie alien stuff, and then getting down to Earth. And all the alien stuff, and Krypton, you can tell, is being destroyed just looking at it from the inside. Then we go to Earth. I just felt it was missing some stuff. Without no spoilers, let's just say, I think this movie wanted to tell you what Superman was and what he could be and everything about Superman, and we kinda see it. I mean, you definitely tell he has powers, but I'm not seeing what Superman becomes, why Superman's Superman. When we go to Smallville and look before he became Superman, he was already kind of Superman. He believed in everything justice and good and kept his identity secret for as much as he could and never let anybody see him use his powers. But in this movie, it seems like they talk about it. They tell you what he should be and what he is going to be. Also in this movie, we take a look at the dad, and I felt he could have been better too. I'm sorry, Smallville had a better interpretation of the dad, and so did the animated series on Cartoon Network and whatnot had a better version of what the dad was. I mean, this one, I felt nothing for him. I just felt he was one of those characters in the background that you really don't even notice that he's there. But they tried to make him stand out, but I didn't feel he stood out in any sort of way. I didn't feel like he was that good for being the father role in general. And as for Lois, I mean, without no spoilers again, if I had to say anything, if you want to go with this technological time, I guess, yeah, you could find out, but I don't know if it felt too soon. That's my personal opinion. It felt kind of rushed. You take it however you want to take that part. Let's get down to our main man, Superman. He really looks like Superman. He's the guy I would see fighting crime and saving people. He looked like an amazing Superman. The problem was, it seems that he didn't even really train his powers during his time. I don't know, he could have, but it didn't seem like that to me. It seemed like he didn't really do anything until he got into the suit when he felt that he should become Superman. And that he didn't even take the time to learn to fly or anything. I felt like he was learning his powers at that time, what his limitations could be. I disagree with that. Let's go back to, he used his powers what he could, no matter what. Fought crime, made sure people were safe, and it was never caught about it. But he still learned to hone his powers and become stronger as he went along, so that if any danger arose, he would be able to rise to the occasion. I don't know, maybe the movie just didn't have a good interpretation of that, but something I don't like. I'm nitpicking here. That's all I'm doing, nitpicking. Let's just get that straight down right now. Although it also was nice to see someone actually get into the suit again and it not be CGI. Full-on suit and everything, and the cape was kind of long though, but nitpicking. Don't judge me. And another thing with Superman. If you're gonna make a movie, let me stress this very, very much about superhero comics, don't deviate from the character that's in the comic. There are set rules for reasons. Superman has rules. If you just take the rules and blow them up in a wall and just throw it, you've destroyed the character. You don't break Superman's rule. You don't do it. It's just something I do not agree with. You don't do it, and it makes people mad. Now, I know a lot of comic people, a lot of old comic people. So, why don't we just ask my dad for his opinion on the characters so far?
Hey, this is me telling you about Man of Steel the movie. Okay, if you're a big Superman fan, if you grew up with Superman like I did, from like single digits on to way old like I am now, it was an extremely disappointing movie. First off, Superman doesn't become Superman till he's like in his 30s. Are you kidding me? I mean, at what age do you go through and have a bar mitzvah? A quinceañera is at 16. For Pete's sake, I mean, you know, this guy's gonna wait till 30s till he finds himself. That's not the Superman I know, okay? The other thing was the amount of violence, okay? I expect the bad guys to be violent. I don't expect Superman to rely on his violence. He relied on his ingenuity. His heart was pure. He was the ultimate Boy Scout, okay? This is Superman. This is what we hold on to. Yes, it's a fantasy, completely. If I wanted a reality, more something else like that, I'd be looking at something else, okay? But I'm not. I'm looking at Superman, you know? This is a guy with a big red cape and the S on his chest, okay? No, you don't go around killing people. It's like breaking the golden rule, okay? I've heard all those other people talk about, oh, he did this. No, better pay attention, better look close, and you better figure out what really happened, okay? This is not a maybe, this is not, it sort of looked like. This was a deliberate and violent act, which, that's not what I want to see in my Superman, okay? It's nice. The actor I thought was okay. I thought he was a little too muscular. I know, we can't get it right? We want this, we want that, but, I mean, hey, but he was okay. He was okay, Lois Lane was okay. I just didn't like the whole storyline, you know? Pete Ross wasn't his friend, you know, he didn't know his secret. They just went through and obliterated all that history, you know. Lois Lane knows who he is immediately. I mean, come on. Where's the mystery? You know, you just get rid of it in one easy swipe, you know. And only one little cameo of LexaCorp. That's all you got, you know. And if you blinked wrong, you probably missed it. If you didn't see it in the movie, maybe you should go back. My question was, who was the actor doing Dev M? I didn't even, you know, I didn't catch that there was a Dev M inside there. And I told my son, I said, hey, there was a Dev M inside there. He said, who's that? I said, it's the main comic book character. He was like in the Legion and all this other stuff. He took Superboy's place for a while. I said, you know, they keep bringing him back. He's like a character that refuses to be put to bed quiet and easy. So who knows, you know? But 36, man. I mean, you know, 35, 33, anything in his 30s. That's a little old to finally become Superman, to figure out what he wants. I mean, it's like, you know, the kid that won't leave his house. I mean, he left his house, but he still didn't know who he was. He had to travel the land and still trying to find himself, and he's already in his 30s and an adult. I don't know. That doesn't sound like Superman to me. Not my Superman. Jonathan Kent, you know, when you watch the old stuff, you know, and you look at it, there have been different actors that have played Jonathan Kent. I thought he was okay. You know, Jonathan Kent was set in his ways, you know. But foremost, he was a farmer, and he did try to teach his son the right values. So, it could have been better, could have been worse, but I give you a lot of play because you really wonder who shaped Superman. The thing is that you go back to is, okay, he's shaping Superman to become Superman. He's shaping Clark to become Superman, you know. Superman didn't become Superman because of Jor-El. Superman became Superman because of Jonathan Kent and Martha Kent. Okay, they instilled old family values and right and wrong. You know, that sense of what is right and what is wrong. And this Jonathan Kent was just a little bit too paranoid for my taste. Of course, that's probably more in step with the times today. You know, we see conspiracy every which way that we look. We think the government is behind every plot that's going on. Let me steal a line from a recent TV show, and he says, "Oh, it's not the government." And the kid says, "How do you know?" He says, "It works." Okay, you know. So, yeah, it's just a little bit too much for me. I mean, you know, I wanted a more heartwarming Jonathan Kent. That's Jonathan Kent to me. You know. You are what your father makes you. Your father teaches you some hard lessons, whether you know you've learned them or not. You get old in one day, and then all of a sudden you realize that, oh yeah, who taught me that? My dad did. Okay? My dad was pretty rough and he was pretty tough, but he taught me what was important, and that was family values, you know, a sense of what was right and what was wrong, not to steal, you know, all these type of things. And this is what Jonathan was supposed to do for Clark Kent, and yet he seemed like he didn't know what to do. You know, he sort of knew what to do, but he still didn't know what to do all the way into his 30s. Not my Superman, no.
Now, as this movie, looking outside the characters and whatnot, the visuals were beautiful. The city's crumbling down, Krypton's world and everything. And the destruction, the battles, all. I have no complaints about that. I don't really have too much complaint about the story. You got what you wanted. You had tons of fight scenes. So there's really not much to complain about visuals in line or in story. Yeah. It was nice to see all the characters again. Superman, Lois, and LexCorp, if you didn't see it, was on a vehicle. And then we got Zod. And if you guys didn't notice, in the credits, it said Dev M. Now, when I first saw that in the credits, I just thought it was just a character they gave a name. No, my dad actually knows the character. Apparently this character was a big guy in Legion of Superheroes. But the problem is, I don't know who in the movie was Dev M. It could have been any guy. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the end of the review. I'm going to give it a score 8 out of 10. It would have got maybe a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. If only you didn't change Superman's rules in the character. You had a little bit better characters and some time to actually build them up. But I figured Krypton took most of that time away. So I'm going to give you some leeway there. To let you guys know, if you want to help me come up with a scoring system, leave me some ideas down below. Alright, also I'm willing to take in any movie reviews that you want me to do, so also leave me what you may want me to review down below. I'll do my best. Like I said, I'm going to do this possibly every other Wednesday. And maybe every once in a while I'll do a special on something I like and may want to review and talk about. But anything you guys, like I said, help me come up with the scoring system, leave it below. If you want me to review a movie, leave it below. And until then, I'll see you mons next time.